So this question here is basically saying, should we talk about competitors directly inside our content? Now, some marketers might tell you that don't do it, but I believe that you should. And I've actually done it a couple of times already. However, there are actually quite specific nuances for using that particular thing and mentioning your competitor when you are putting out your content. Say, for example, you are entering into a market where competitors have already saturated that market. It is not a good idea to start working on educating your target audience on what you do all over again. Simply positioning yourself as a competitor to your competitions automatically helps the target audience understand what you do. And all they will be focused on is what do you do differently. Now, let me explain what I meant. I recently started seeing an advert on LinkedIn where a particular company or SaaS tool is positioning themselves as a direct competitor to Clay. Now, if you are somebody who has been seeing people talk about GTM, go-to-market strategy, and go-to-market engineering, you would have seen a lot of people talk about Clay as a tool that majority of people are using right now. Now, basically, these guys positioning themselves as a direct competitor to Clay means I don't really need to start finding out what they are doing or what they do. All I have to focus now is what do they do differently compared to Clay that makes them feel like they're a better alternative to Clay. So if I'm a GTM engineer, what I'm looking for is not what is the tool about. I'm basically looking for what is their unique selling proposition, what makes them better. Is it their pricing? Is it their workflows? Is it their learning curve? And so on and so forth. So when I was working with a SaaS tool as well, a SaaS tool that does, or a SaaS company that does the building of forms, we already had giants in the industry like Typeform, JotForm, and the likes. So we have to create a page that actually helps the customer to decide which of these is better. And it is only normal for a customer who is trying to buy any of these tools to try to find out which of these tools should I use, which of these options is best for me. So creating a page that objectively compares all these tools to each other while stylishly positioning my client's tool as the best option or alternative for a customer saves the customer the time to do the comparison themselves and shows them where using our tool or the tool I was marketing at the point was advantageous to them. So if you are being objective and you are not trying to ruin the reputation of your competitor, yes, you are allowed to mention your competitor within your content. However, if you notice that you are incapable of being objective, please don't. You are only risking them suing you. See you later. Cheers.